Oh, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mode. The storm is still going, and people are still talking about the goal, about West Ham, about Arsenal, even after Spurs actually were denied a penalty yesterday that I thought it was a penalty on James Maddison. But they did a favor for West Ham, maybe to balance it, maybe to get West Ham to shut up. But listen, there are other news as well. We got Ederson being linked to Manchester United. It is very, very close that Ederson are going to join Manchester United. There is Alisson. Actually, that's a very, very confirmed source. That Alisson has made his choice to leave Liverpool to go to Turin, to go to Torino, to go to Juventus. Well, that is the thing that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? That is the thing that I'm talking about. Is what is going to happen to Liverpool next season, especially when the Anfield sector themselves have actually, based on David Ornstein on NBC, have said that the information that Xabi Alonso isn't under the radar at Liverpool and he's waiting for Chelsea. Just for Ben Jacob to tweet that Xabi Alonso and Chelsea, positive talks have taken place, while Anthony Iraola is another leading contender, but both managers with the same agency. Chelsea want to make an appointment before the World Cup. It's very uncharted territory for Liverpool with someone like Alonso being there. In the same time, Fabrizio Romano tweeting again about Enzo Maresca and tweeting again about the possibility of him going to Manchester City and the future of Pep Guardiola. The question that is being asked is, Pep Guardiola, is he going to announce that he's leaving before the Aston Villa game to get a sending off? Because I don't think that is LB have tweeted this and said that Pep Guardiola, if he's leaving, he needs to announce that he's leaving before the end of the season. You know what I mean? Because he needs a sending off. That's a legend of the club. That's the best manager. That's the history of Manchester City. That's also, there are other news as well about Ben White being out with an MCL. As I told you yesterday, like Ben White yesterday, and I said that he's got an MCL. Okay, you can say all of this, and okay. So listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if Pep is going or leaving. I am not one of these people, and I never claimed that I know, I am in the know, and I have information from the club, or I do this, or I have connections at the club. Someone told me at the club. I never claimed that. But you don't either. but you don't know either. All we can talk about is the logic, correct? It's the logic. The logic that is he staying? Is he leaving? Why he hasn't renewed a new contract? Why he hasn't calmed down the fans? But also at the same time, if he's leaving, why he isn't leaving? I'm not, and I only report on the news and what I do, and that is my job. For example, let me give you an example. Alisson, like from Italy, saying that he agreed to go to Italy, that might not happen. But my job as a YouTuber, as someone that talks about football, is to report on it, is to talk about what happens after, if the possibility becomes true. If he leaves, what do I think about him leaving? So that is my job. I'm not in the know. I'm not here to tell you. I'm not here to tell you that if Pep leaving or not leaving. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to give you a hope or no hope. That's not. The Ben White news is unfortunate, of course. No, it shouldn't have stood. No, West Ham goal shouldn't have stood. And I said my opinion. The West Ham goal, you are lying. Again, you are talking with emotions. You're talking with emotion. Again, because you don't like Arsenal and you just, bro, everyone admitted that it's, bro, I've not seen anyone that it says it's not a foul. And I don't want to go there now. There is other news. But I want to ask you guys something for real. I want to ask you guys something for real. That's between me and you. But guys, can we get to 100 likes? Over 160 people here. Can we get the likes up a little bit? Can we get to 100 likes? And I want you guys to vote because I want to know what is going on. I saw, this is Kelkster. You guys know Kelk that comes on my channel. So Kelk said, it doesn't matter how much money the rivals who turned into Arsenal dick suckers on YouTube made this season, it will never be enough to buy back their integrity or dignity. And that is the problem. I think the problem that the media have turned to anybody that talks the truth. Oh my God, why are you riding Arsenal? Why are you making money of Arsenal? All I gotta tell you is, and I like Kilk, she's a friend. What is happening is, last season, we were criticizing Arsenal a lot. Myself, Osam, and other people. And we were praising Liverpool and Mohamed Salah were winning the league. The treble season, we were praising City. The problem is people have very short memory. The same people, if next season, Arsenal are out of the title race, and it's Liverpool versus City, and we praise Liverpool, for example, Liverpool, like, same people will say, you're dick riding Liverpool. If we are praising City, people will say, oh, you're trying to dick ride. The problem is, it's always been the case. You have to go, you know what? The easiest thing that I could have done is go with the majority. Is say, oh, I think it's a foul. I think it's a foul. The easiest thing is to say that, I think it's not a foul, and I think it should have been called, and Arsenal are cheats. You know, that gets you a lot of views, you know? But because I saw it's a free kick, and I saw it's a foul, you know the easiest part, and I'm gonna give you another example. If Man United next season, if I praise Man United next season, I will be called, oh my God, you're dick riding Man United. And because by the way, I already have been accused of something similar to this season. Similar. When I praised Kobe Mainoo and I said that, in my opinion, Kobe Mainoo is a generational talent, I've been accused by being, I am dick sucking Man United. Literally, I've been accused of this. This season, by the way. Man United, huh? Imagine someone coming to Judge Mo and saying, you know what else? I have been accused of doing the same thing for Liverpool when I praised Mohamed Salah, because Mohamed Salah had 47 GA last season, the best in the history of the Premier League. And the problem is, people are sensitive. Always sensitive. And if I say the truth, I believe, people won't like it. Same, you know what people forget is why? That when I spoke about Doku, for example, over the last year, I've been saying Doku's a good player. Doku's a good player. Don't sleep on Doku. I think Pep is utilizing him wrong. I think Doku's a good player. No. Why are you saying this? I think Doku's a good player. This season, I've said that Matías Nunes is one of the best right backs in the league. This season, by the way. How come you say that? Why don't you like my player? But I said Matías Nunes is one of the best right backs in the league. The problem is people take what they want. The problem is when you see the comment below, it's like, maybe YouTube rips of your fan base need to stop going on the channels as well, like Fraud Judge Mo. And the problem with people like this guy, I don't know who the fuck is this person, right? This person is probably a glory hunter that chose to support Man City. The problem is he doesn't know that anybody that comes on my channel, they have a free speech. It's like you can say whatever you want. I do not dictate what you say in my channel. Anyone can say whatever the fuck they want. Anyone. You can say whatever they want. I want to move on and I want to speak about, I'm going to go, there is a couple of videos that I'm going to show you. Later. About this guy, of course, like about what's his name, Alcott, that he actually disagrees with me, and I think this is one of the people that I don't think he's fooled by agenda. I don't think he's fooled by hate. He said his opinion, and I respect his opinion. That's his opinion. I respect his opinion. But before I do this, every day you come here, you cry about Arsenal. Every day you cry about Arsenal. Right? No, you know what I should do? I should show them clips of me criticizing Arsenal when they were bad. German Chicken Wing, I'm going to see you again. Nobody, I have not seen one goal. And I'm going to repeat again. This is the last time. You didn't watch the other shows. So I don't want to waste the show again. Show me one time where a goalkeeper has control of the ball and someone is pulling their arm down. Like this. All the crowding goalkeeper, by the way, there are instances where Raya was being crowded as well and the goals were given. Chelsea scored from a corner and Raya was being crowded. Same happens for Arsenal as well. This situation never happened before. So you can say they are similar or not similar, but this situation, you guys want to start with the foul again, with the West Ham game again? Like this, German Chicken, be honest. Raya is about to collect the ball. The guy is pulling his arm down. That isn't the same as crowding him with your body. It's not the same. It's not the same. AMT said, wasn't there a foul on average before that? Also, the people that are saying there are other fouls that happened before Raya, because the first foul that happened, Suchek was wrestling Havertz to the ground. But they have been letting these go all season. And by the way, the most important foul is very simple. It's the Raya one. Why? Because Raya is the one that has control of the ball. Raya is the one that has control of the ball. Anyway, I want to move on to the news. Are we going to move on to the news or we want to talk about Arsenal and the goal and West Ham and all of this stuff? Wallahi, you did. You did break football. You did break the internet as well. Bournemouth, which one? Which game? Can you give me the game and I'm going to literally watch it? Which game? And I'm going to watch it. Which game? Bournemouth and Man City? Bournemouth and Man City. I want to talk about Ederson and I'm gonna watch it. YouTube. Is it at the Etihad this season? Didn't you win this? Bournemouth, Man City highlights. All right. You owe me. I'm all right. Okay, I'm watching. Here we go. I am trying to get. I'm gonna get a. Are you mad? Are you crazy, huh? You think this is the same? Are you crazy? You know, I'm going to explain to you, okay? I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to show it on the screen, actually. I'm going to actually be, okay, listen. This might cost me a lot. It might cost me a lot for the copyrights, okay? But I'm going to actually show it on the screen. Here you go. 7. I got everything ready for you guys. Everything is ready. Here you go. There you go. See, I don't hide. I don't do anything the same. But I'm gonna explain to you, okay? I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna make it very slow. I hope I don't get copyrighted, okay? Okay. Number 1. Here we go. No. Okay, let's look at this. There is no not right here. The ball. Look at this. Yes, it's the same. Yes, let's believe German chicken wing. It's the same. Yes. Donnarumma is in the air. No one is touching him, but this is the same. Yeah, this is exactly the same. I don't know. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this. So anyone that tells me this, I don't want to do this again, but here we go. A screenshot. I took a screenshot of it. Okay. Now let me explain it so we can move on, okay? Let me explain what I mean by this. Genuinely, let me explain it. German chicken, so I can move on. I know that you said, I saw the comment, it's somewhere, I'm sorry. I never said the same, but the foul is a foul. Okay, let me explain to you. I'm going to explain it, and I hope they open your mind. Is this crowding the goalkeeper has happened to Arsenal, for Arsenal, to Man United, for Man United, to City, and for City as well, for Everton, and to Everton, to Brentford, and for Brentford. And they have been consistent about this. They have allowed... I'm going to move on, Celtic. I promise you I'm going to move on because I want to move on to the football. I am tired of this, and I was telling Osam this yesterday. So they have been allowing crowding the goalkeeper all season for and against teams like your team and against Arsenal. Okay? So they have been consistent. What never happened before is a goalkeeper being handled. Like, imagine if Donnarumma's jumping here and someone is grabbing Donnarumma's shirt or someone is pulling Donnarumma's arm. That is something that hasn't happened this season. So they have to where does he hold Donnarumma's arm? Like, okay, here you go. Like, Donnarumma flapped. What? Where did he grab Donnarumma's arm when Donnarumma's going for the ball? Are you mad? Where did Donnarumma's in the air? Donnarumma is in the air, my man. Okay. They have been allowing crowding the goalkeeper. Okay, I'm wasting my time because I know what you mean. But when Donnarumma's jumping for the ball, it's ridiculous. This is getting out of hand. But. If I watch, here you go. He's holding his hand. Okay, great. The ball is out. Okay. And then when Donnarumma's jumping, here you go. He let it go. And they have been doing this. I can show you Raya being held by Chelsea players. I hope I didn't get copyrighted for this. I know what you're saying. This is supposed to be a foul. And I agree with you. The thing about it, I actually agree. I am, you know, that I said on record that the Arsenal on Bayender should be a free kick in the beginning of the season. But they allowed, hear me out then before you say come on or not come on. I want to move on for real. I actually said that these contacts and crowding goalkeepers and holding goalkeepers should be free kicks. I said that. Against the first game of the season, Man United versus Arsenal, before anyone accused me of anything, I am the one who said on MHF, that it should be a free kick. But they let it go. Why? Because the contact on the goalkeeper didn't happen while he's catching the ball. So they had the same threshold. They had the same threshold all season. Can we move on now? I want to talk about the football. Can I move on from this? I swear, wallahi, I swear by God, bro. In the first game of the season, I was accused of hating Arsenal, right? In the first game of the season, because I said that they should call these as free kicks. The first game, Arsenal, Man United, I said they should call this as free kicks. I was cussed in the chat. Super chats were sent to cuss me out. You hate Arsenal, you're an Arsenal hater, you have an agenda, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. First game, when I said that. And then they were consistent. Anyway, I'm going to move on. David Raya. Chelsea crowded David Raya. Brentford crowded David Raya. And then they let him go. I said, crowding the goalkeepers, catching people's arm and holding the goalkeeper before the ball is played shouldn't be allowed. But anyway, I gotta move on. This is not a conversation between me and you, German chicken. I don't want this to turn this. Now I want to move to talk about the actual football. Okay. I hope I didn't get copyright. I need to check my. No. Okay. Can we get to 200 likes? Over 200 people here in the house. Let me do the super chats first. Wasn't there a foul on Havertz before? Yes. Every foul these babies cry about not being given, the same fouls weren't given to Arsenal as well. Being at the line and breaking it is not the same. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's what people don't want to understand, that they set the threshold. The league set the threshold. It's like there is a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit and someone gets a fine for driving 70s. These morons cry, why didn't the guy driving exactly 50 didn't get a fine too? Exactly that, and this is the best super chat of the day. That's what I'm saying. They have set the limit on 50, and they said that the leeway is 60 miles per hour. So the guy that is driving 60 or 59 is not getting a fine. The guy that is driving 70, and when he gets a fine, he's complaining why the guy that is driving 60 miles an hour is not getting a fine. Because they see the threshold, the leeway to 60 miles an hour. Exactly this. You have to watch the video more. I did watch the video. And I agree he held his hand. I'm not blind. But he let it go before Raya jumps. And they have been allowing this. This is called the threshold. Anyway, going to the football now. Because there is so many news. Look at this. There is so much news that we need to report on. There is so much news that we need to report on. There is and if you have questions, send them. I will discuss them. We're not going to spend a lot. Ederson for Manchester United. The wages is low. I think he suits the Premier League. He's very cheap. 45 million euros. That's 40 million plus 5, if I'm not mistaken. I actually think Man United are moving into the right direction. The only problem that happened today is Tchouameni. Real Madrid have ruled out letting Tchouameni go. I actually think that Man United are moving into the right direction. My problem with is Michael Carrick. I think giving the keys to Michael Carrick is a little bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem. For me, I think that maybe Man United, I am not saying that Carrick won't work. I am not saying that. But I genuinely think that they are signing the right players. You know what I mean? So I am looking at Man United. They need a lot of players. If Casemiro's going to go, the team doesn't look bad. They need a lot of depth, right? They need a lot of depth. You're lying again because Paul Scholes said no. I think Simon Jordan said no. Wayne Rooney said it's supposed to be a foul and it's the right one. Danny Murphy said it's a foul and it should be given. Only the people with agendas that said it's not a foul, by the way. So you're lying. But I'm going to move on from your comment. But you're lying. Because I can show you Scholes, Nicky Butt. I can show you Danny Murphy, as I said. I can show you a lot. And they aren't Arsenal, by the way. Most of them are Man United and Liverpool. So moving on from this. So this one, Ederson to Man United. I'm going to tell you something. I am a little bit hopeful for Man United next season. Right? I'm a little bit hopeful for Man United next season. I am not like the others. But I need to see it. I am not going to put all my cards into the Man United basket and say that they're going to fail, blah, blah, blah. I am staying a little bit on the fence, but I like some of the players at the team. I like some of the players at their disposal. I just think they need the manager to be able to lead them. Carrick is the problem because Carrick doesn't have the experience. But we have seen Mikel Arteta succeed at Arsenal. You know what I mean? We have seen Mikel Arteta. We're seeing Maresca even lead Chelsea. The problem is going to be, are you going to be able to take Man United to the next level? Are the expectations going to be that you are someone who's going to lead Man United to a challenge, or you're going to just be content with Champions League? I think the target should be get out of the group stages, get out of the first round of the Champions League, and stay in top 5. Maybe 4th, maybe 3rd. More than this, and trying to ask for a challenge with Michael Carrick, I think Michael Carrick will fail. In my opinion. He might succeed, but I think that Michael Carrick, too much pressure on him. And Michael Carrick is good enough to take this Man United team to actually get 5th. That is my opinion. Right? So, what's the answer for the polls question? People like solo shows, but I'm waiting for 200 votes. Guys, can you vote? Everyone, can you vote? Can we get to 200 votes and 200 likes in the next 5 minutes? I can set a timer. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I need 200 likes and 200 votes. Vote, because I want to know if you are on your phone, if you're on your laptop, vote. To be honest with you, I am convinced with, I am not convinced with Carrick completely, but player recruitment is more important at the moment. I don't think so. I think player recruitment is not important. We have seen this movie before. Man United have recruited good players, so I disagree with this. The reason why I disagree is Man United have recruited the Pogbas, have recruited the Sanchos, have recruited good players before. The problem always in the culture, the problem always with the mentality at the team. I think the manager currently at Man United that will set the tone, in the dressing room, that will adjust the culture. I think that is the most important. After this, you can recruit Ederson, Chouameni. You can recruit Bruno Guimaraes. By the way, there are news today that I read. I can't remember where. There are news today that Man United are more interested in Bruno Guimaraes to replace Casemiro more than Tonali. Like, if they are closer to Bruno Guimaraes than Tonali. And it is the time for Bruno Guimaraes to leave Newcastle. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Bruno Guimaraes is not for sale. I'm not going to do the same mistake that I did last summer and tell you Isak this, Isak that. Bruno G is the right replacement for Casemiro, as my man here is saying. I agree with you. Is much better replacement. Why? He tackles, he can play ball, it's good. And if the midfield of Man United is Kobe Meno, Bruno Guimaraes, and Bruno Fernandes, that is a very, very, very good midfield. Is that midfield comparable to Arsenal? Which is, okay, we're assuming that Arsenal win the league? Probably yes. Is that midfield compared to City? We're yet to see who City coaches. And also, who's replacing Bernardo Silva? But no one is as good as Rodri. City are a little bit unknown, and I'm going to come to City in a bit, and I'm going to come to City and see what it is. But for Man United, I want you to imagine Ugarte, Ederson as bench, Kobe Meno, Bruno Guimaraes, and Bruno Fernandes. My problem is the bench for Man United in the 10 is Mason Mount. I think that's a problem. I need to do the fucking timestamps, bro. 0-5. Arsenal goal again. And then 24 minutes. Man United transfers. Okay. I am trying to do my best to get timestamps so people can actually follow. The problem for me is the 10. Why? Bruno Fernandes, I know he's fit. But at some times, playing 2 games a week, like Bruno Fernandes, oh my God, he hasn't missed a game this week, blah, blah, blah. He hasn't missed a game and all this talk. But in the same time, you got to understand, Bruno Fernandes used to take 2 weeks off. Next season, when you play Champions League, and I'm assuming you're not going to get knocked out of Grimsby, you aren't going to play 2 games a week, right? You aren't going to play 1-2 games a month. You're going to play 7 games a month. You know what I mean? So Man United, and is Mason Mount a good replacement for Bruno Fernandes? No, Mason Mount, he hasn't had an assist for like 3 years. So Man United need to find solutions for the stand. They need to sell Mason Mount. I have no idea where. And also, teams will respect Man United more. Yeah, didn't he miss 2 games? Yeah, but the problem is he's getting older. Okay, you need to understand that he's getting older. So that is something that you need to think about. He's getting older. You need to have another 10 that is able to actually hold it. If he's not playing, he ain't going to play every fucking game. He ain't going to play 60 fucking game. That's kind of weird, you know? I think you need to buy Ederson, Bruno Guimaraes, and maybe another, someone similar to, what can I say? Maybe to Eze, someone similar to Eze, like in the range of 40 million. I don't know who in the league that is fit for Man United, but if Man United are able to spend 40 million pounds on Ederson, the problem, Bruno Guimaraes is going to be at least 80 million pounds or something like this. 80 million pounds, that's 120, and you need another guy for but I'm assuming you're going to sell Mason Mount. Man United need to sell Mason Mount, in my opinion. But Baleba, you cannot buy Ederson, Bruno Guimaraes, and Baleba. That doesn't make any sense. Unless you get rid of Ugarte, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe Cunha plays in the 10, but Cunha isn't a passer like Bruno Fernandes. Cunha isn't the guy. Cunha is more... Okay, here is the problem with Cunha. Cunha is similar to Jamal Musiala. Right? Bruno is similar to Florian. I'm giving you the difference. 2 German players, and I'm giving you the difference. Bruno Fernandes is more of a vert. How may I assist you? Jamal Musiala is similar to Foden, is similar to Cunha. When they get the ball, they are, let's go score. When they're not looking to assist, he's more of a, I am going directly to, he's more of a direct player to trying to score more than he's looking. So he doesn't look for the pass, Cunha, before he looks for the dribble and be direct and go to goal, the shortest distance to goal. So does Man United need a guy like this? Does that someone that Man United need to go for? I actually think that Man United need another passer, someone that can pass the ball as well. Who's in the league? I'm actually don't know. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about the names in the league. Who are the 10s in the league that Man United can target? Yeah, but why would Zaire Emery leave? Zaire Emery is just finding his feet at PSG now with the injury for Fabian Ruiz and injury for Hakimi. So Zaire Emery is finding his feet. What's his name? Paris Saint-Germain. So why would he leave Paris Saint-Germain? I don't know if he should go and look for... I know that Brahim Diaz isn't someone that is going to leave Real Madrid or Arda Güler. But maybe with Champions League football, they can turn their heads. Because listen, the Real Madrid is so fucking toxic. It's unbelievable. It's so toxic. It is unbelievable. And I am in. I actually think that they should try. You know what I mean? I think they should try with Brahim Diaz as Arda Güler. You know what? Just go and give it a shot. Go and try to see what you're gonna get. See if you can get something out of these guys. You know, like you should. But Habibi, Mikel, Mike Hill, Habibi, thank you so much for the £5 donation. Thank you for everyone supporting the channel and donating to the channel. Let's get, as I said, I want 200 votes and 200 likes. We're on 143 votes. Can we get 200 votes and 200 likes? Hit the like button, people. Would you take Bruno over Tchouameni? Tchouameni is younger, but Bruno G is prem proven. I don't think that Bruno Guimaraes is like top player, but also I don't think Tchouameni has shown the world that he's like phenomenal, like he's amazing. You know what I mean? I actually believe that if you're asking me, I would take I like Tchouameni more. I like Tchouameni more. I think he's more athletic than Bruno a little bit. But I'm indifferent about it. I would be sitting on the fence. Bruno Guimaraes has experience, but Tchouameni has the winning mentality. And you got to put that in your mind. Tchouameni is going to be coming from, he's kind of coming from similar to Casemiro. Tchouameni is going to come from a Champions League winning team. He won La Liga. He's someone that won trophies. Bruno Guimaraes, he's going to be excited to go to Man United. Also, Tchouameni is younger. I agree with you, but the mentality of Tchouameni coming to Man United is going to be different. I think Bruno Guimaraes a little bit goes over the top. And I think him playing for Man United, he might get a lot of yellow cards and a lot of red cards. I don't watch a lot of La Liga, to tell you. But I think Tchouameni has more to his game than Bruno Guimaraes. He's quicker, he's bigger. So I think he suits the Premier League. I know that Bruno Guimaraes is more Prem proven. But I would be indifferent. But I guarantee you that Bruno Guimaraes will be way more expensive than Tchouameni. Tchouameni, the price is quoted 80 million euros. And the other guy, probably Newcastle, at least will ask for 100 million pounds. That is a massive difference in price. So what did Bruno Guimaraes win then? Bruno Guimaraes owners. So Bruno Guimaraes owners. Let's see. Someone said that Bruno won as well. He won. He didn't win anything in France, and he won the Carabao Cup. So are you comparing the Carabao Cup to? Are we now comparing the Carabao Cup to winning the Champions League? You know what? You know, sometimes he didn't win anything at Lyon. He won Zell. He came runner-up for the cup. But that's a very, very good super chat. I really appreciate that. That's a very good. I like super chats like these that actually get the conversation going. And actually, they get they get a conversation going. And thank you so much for the super chat. You and Osam discussed about this style of play, then the quality of players to suit. I actually think the first thing you guys know I am someone who have said this years ago, and me and Terry have actually disagreed with each other. I actually think the number one important factor at any club is actually the manager. Is actually the manager. I actually think that the most important thing is the manager, right? In my opinion. So for me, it's not about the style of play. It's not about the style of play. Is he any good, this Ederson guy? He's very, very good. He's good on the ball. He's physical. He's strong. He's not bad at all. I think if Man United get him, he's not bad. He's not bad. He's a very, very good player. I think he ain't... we actually never agreed. We do. I just told you that we disagree. We disagreed on everything, me and Terry, about Man United. I told him that the manager is the most important appointment. It's not about the player. I think the style of play comes secondary for me. The culture comes first. He thinks that the board should dictate the style of play. I don't think so. Get one up. Like, get one up. Like, if you're medium, get large, not two. If you're medium, get large. And if you're large, get extra. If you're small, get a medium. Okay? But so get a size up. My man is, thanks for your hard work this season, Moward. I'm just trying my best. I'm trying my best. I really appreciate. Thank you for the £5 donation. Really appreciate it. As always, people, thank you so much. We try our best. That's what we do. So, moving on from Ederson to this, which is, I don't know, like, it's an end of an era, you know? I know that people think that Van Dijk is there is the same era. But before we move on, Chris, thank you so much for the £2 super chat. Thank you so much for the £2 donation. What about Xavi Simons from Spurs if they go down? I think that Xavi Simons is not as good as people think. I wouldn't go for a Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons, I don't like him. I think he's weak physically. I think someone put in the chat first about Wirtz. We'll talk about it when it comes to Chelsea. I don't like Xavi Simons. I don't think he suits. I don't think he's as good as people learn it. Xavi Simons is too weak. I don't like him. I'm not his biggest fan. I think he's weak. I don't like him. To be honest with you, I don't like him at all. Like Xavi Simons as a 10, backup for Bruno, hell no. As McKevin here is saying, hell no. No. Fermin Lopez is a guy that is not a passer, by the way. Akil. Fermin Lopez is more of a direct number 10. He's more of a direct number 10. He ain't an assist. They need a passer. They need someone. But I think Fermin Lopez is definitely a better player than a lot of people in the Premier League. But I have seen this movie when Barcelona players, when the Liga players go to the Premier League. Aguero worked, you know, Torres worked. But Fermin Lopez is a good player in my opinion. I definitely pick him more than Xavi Simons, but yeah. But for Alisson, you know, wallahi, I'm worried for Liverpool. I thought I'm worried for Liverpool. And I know Liverpool fans, I know that Liverpool fans don't like me at the current moment. I know a lot of Liverpool fans don't like me. They don't like what I say. They disagree with my opinion on Liverpool. A lot of people. They're like, you are too harsh on Liverpool. People say that I am negative about Liverpool. I just don't think that Liverpool are as promising as you guys say. You guys have this thing about you become a little bit sensitive. You become a little bit sensitive when I say something negative about Liverpool a little bit. I actually don't think it's as clear-cut given that you challenge for the title as you think. I'm going to let you in something that me and Hussam have discussed yesterday, which is linked to Chelsea. Me and Hussam were discussing yesterday, and I told him, I actually think, logically, I'm not in the know that Liverpool are going to actually sack Ornstein and hire Xabi Alonso. And I know that Ben Jacobs have reported that Xabi Alonso have had positive talks with Chelsea. I know. And I know that more logical is for me to sit here and tell you, and I'm going to discuss Xabi Alonso because I think it's a real possibility. It is my scenario for Liverpool. If Liverpool win the next 2 games, if Liverpool win the next 2 games, I think Xabi Alonso goes to Chelsea. Okay? Hear me out. And I'm going to explain to you why. And it's a link to Alisson as well. I think, by the way, just to end on the Alisson talk and then move on to Xabi Alonso, Chelsea and Liverpool, Mamarashvili is not a good goalkeeper as you guys think. Mamarashvili is not as good. Remember when I told you, Mamarashvili might be good shot stopper. I think Mamarashvili, every time I'm watching him, he needs a lot of work to be a Premier League winning goalkeeper. A lot of work. And that work might not happen under Arne Slot. They need a better manager. Because I think Arne Slot is someone that his man management is not good enough for him to be able to develop Mamarashvili and give him confidence to be better. So I think that Liverpool without Alisson, you will miss a lot. And I think that Liverpool need a goalkeeper. Maybe you go and sign James Trafford, by the way, from Man City. Maybe Trafford looks for another goalkeeper. Maybe Mamarashvili was the wrong signing. And I don't like him. I don't like Mamarashvili. I don't think he's fantastic. No? And I actually think that you're going to miss Alisson a lot. No, but you have to understand that at least Trafford will have to go and he's going to go to a top club. You know that you can't get rid of Donnarumma because of his wages. I don't think that. I'm being logical. People think it's an agenda. I'm being logical. James Trafford is not going to stay second to Donnarumma. He has to go. And Trafford is a good goalkeeper, so he's going to go to a top club. So unless a club from outside England come for him, he's going to try to go to a club in England. And the club that might need a goalkeeper, right? The club that is being a good goalkeeper is our Liverpool. So I'm being logical. So I'm trying to be as logical as I can. I'm not. I know that you have to sell him. You made a mistake and you have to sell the guy, by the way. So to move on from Alisson to Xabi Alonso, here is the scenario. How many signings do Liverpool need to challenge according to you? There is one signing. If it doesn't happen, Liverpool aren't challenging. If they don't get rid of Xabi Alonso, they aren't going to be able to challenge. Sorry, to Arne Slot, in my opinion. Right? But even with Xabi Alonso, it's not a given that Liverpool challenge. I think Kerkez, I don't think that Kerkez is amazing, but he's serviceable. I actually think that the right back is a big problem for Liverpool because Conor Bradley is out. The DM, I know you're going to sign a DM. Now it depends who you're going to sign. Adam Morton is good, but he ain't the DM that you're looking for. In terms of the attack, my problem, your attack is too light, especially with Isak being injured. So it's a bit, in my opinion, it's a bit iffy. You know what I mean? It's a bit iffy for Liverpool in terms of like, are they going to challenge? Here is the scenario about Xabi Alonso. Can we get the likes up a little bit before I... Here is the talk about Xabi Alonso. Let me explain to you what I mean. If Liverpool win the next 2 games, Ornstein is going to stay, in my opinion. But if Liverpool lose one of the 2 games left, I think they sack him. And the reason why they didn't sack him is because they are waiting for the season to end. And if Liverpool sack Arne Slot and go for Xabi Alonso, he will choose Liverpool ahead of Chelsea. We all know that, right? Because Liverpool will play Champions League. Most likely Chelsea aren't going to play Champions League. And it looks like Liverpool are going to be able to try to get players. But the squad of Liverpool, and I actually think the players should fucking down too. I genuinely believe, listen, I'm going to tell you my opinion. I think the players should fucking down tools. Because Liverpool need a fucking point. Am I mistaken? Foot mob. Do Liverpool need a point or they need more? Liverpool are on 59 points. Bournemouth are on 55. So Bournemouth's maximum points are 61. The players need to down tools, you know? Because you need slot gone. Right? The players of Liverpool as well aren't. I'm going to tell you guys something that I am not convinced that Liverpool players are as good as what some of the Liverpool fans say. What I mean by this, McAllister is good, but he's similar to Enzo Fernandez. What I mean by this, McAllister is a league winner. He's good. He's a good player. He can be in a team. He's a title-winning material player. No doubt in my mind. Szoboszlai is a title-winning material player. Konate, Van Dijk, Gravenberch can be. For me, that's about it. And do you know what I mean by a title-winning material? Is that they can be in a team that win the title. Etihad is a title-winning material player. My problem with Etihad is that he keeps getting injured. Over his career, his muscles are weak. And because, unfortunately, Ekitike is out, now Liverpool are in a dilemma. Do you go and sign a striker to be a backup for Isak? And how good that striker is? Because if you sign a top striker, when Ekitike comes back, now you have 3 strikers on the books. The 3 of them are good. Because Isak, Ekitike, and whoever you're going to sign. Or you go and sign a weak striker to be the backup striker. Okay, let me give you an example, boy. You go and sign okay, you remember the Chris Wood signing for Liverpool, for Man United? Man United? No. For who? Who signed Chris Wood? Someone said, no, not Chris Wood. What's his name? The Dutch guy. The tall Dutch guy. Do you go and sign a player that is very good? That player is not going to sit on the bench when Ekitike comes back. And you can't keep 3 strikers happy at the club unless you're winning. Ekitike's unfortunate injury have put Liverpool, Weghorst, yes. Ekitike's unfortunate injury put Liverpool in a very tough situation. Salah leaving put you in a very tough situation. You need 2 right wingers. طب who's going to be the left winger? Who's going to be your left winger then? Are you going to sign a starting left? Yani you're telling me that. And then you come and tell me that Liverpool will challenge. Imagine Isak is injured. And you have, who's going to be the left winger? By the way, Liverpool are linked to 2 players that I don't know who they are. By the way, Mbappe. Is this a troll? Is transfer news a troll? Yeah, Diamondi, they want 100 million for him. They are linked with Barcola, but they are linked with 2 players from what's their name? Oh my God! Breaking news: Indicala. I've just thought Alonso is really keen on becoming the next manager of Liverpool. That is something that here you go. Alonso is actually getting, it's gonna get heated though. The thing about it is Man United are out of the market. Hello, where have you been? Man United are out of the market because it looks like they're gonna hire Carrick. So now the 2 managers on the market are gonna be 3 are gonna be Hernandez, Xabi Alonso, and Anthony Iraola. Glasner isn't linked to top clubs. By the way, Indicala has always been, now he has been reliable. We stopped laughing at Indicala a while ago. But the 2 players that Liverpool are linked with, by the way, Newcastle are ready to battle Chelsea for Darwin Núñez. Is this another troll account? What is happening in the market? Michael Carrick is edging closer to becoming the appointed for Man United. This is getting nuts. What is this, bro? It's fucking. By the way, Etihad is named in the squad of the World Cup. Man United are exploring a move for Fede Valverde. Darwin Núñez. Anyway, going back to the show. Darwin Núñez, bro, and this is like, what? Arsenal are considering. Do you want? I can go through this news actually with you guys. I can go through the news, like my timeline. I have like the timeline is here. Look at my timeline. Arsenal considering a huge move for Arda Güler this summer. You need another 10. Odegaard, Eze, and Arda Güler, right? Mourinho, Real Madrid. But I want to stick to, okay, let's just talk about what I'm about to say first. So for me, Liverpool aren't a given next season that they're going to challenge for the league, especially with Ornstein. If they get Xabi Alonso, it becomes a completely different situation, in my opinion. Completely different situation. My man here is saying, Mo, would you explain how players' transfer fees work, including annual, weekly player wages and added fees that makes up the total? I am not an accountant, my friend. Maybe you can explain it to us. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. All I know is that the wages aren't part of the fees. I know that there is agent fees that aren't reported. I know the only thing that is reported is the club-to-club fees and the wages. Agent fees aren't reported in terms of like the transfer value, but they are reported in the club for the FFP. Okay? I'm not a financial advisor, my friend, in this. I'm not. So, but thank you. Playing slot creates bad habits too for the players. I've spoken about this before. I've said that keeping the wrong manager, keeping the bad manager, by time it affects your players, just regulars. Like, it affects your players' ability and it affects your players' thinking and decision making, and it's a long way back. But there are managers that fix things instantly, in my opinion. By the way, I haven't told you, this is the OK jersey. By the way, this is the England shirt. If you want to get yours, OK jersey, 8% discount. Go and check them out. You won't regret it. Go and check them out. So go back to the news. This is the news. What the fuck is the news? This is the news. No one is guaranteed to win the Premier League next season. Of course not. No one is guaranteed. But I can tell you from now, it's going to be... Well, it depends. If the Maresca news to City are correct, is it possible you know how FFP works? By the way, it's FFP, there is a certain limit that you cannot lose certain amount of money over 3 years. You can't lose certain amount of money over 3 years, and it gets shifted. I know I'm going to be accused of... Can I ask you guys something? Pep leaves, Maresca goes to City, Ornstein stays at Liverpool, Alonso at Chelsea, Carrick at United. Who's favorites to win the Premier League title next season? Okay? Can someone answer me this in the chat? Can you guys tell me in the chat? Who's favorites to win the Premier League next season? Just one name only. No, I didn't think I agree with your Alonso take. Pool fans don't like slot ball, so they ain't going to like Alonso ball. It's the same controlled. Everyone has their role you need to stick to, but on steroids. But Alonso has a name that players respect. City, Arsenal again. So why is it... Okay, so let me ask you something. Why is it a given? Why are people saying that City will challenge? If Bernardo is leaving, I believe if Pep Guardiola leaves, I think Rodri might leave. So if Rodri leaves and Bernardo leaves, What are the guarantees that City challenge or win the league? What percentage? Why are you giving City their City, by the way, aren't City gonna get City are on 74 points, they can get 80 something points. طب why? Based on what are you gonna challenge next? Can you wallahi al-azim, let me. But listen, I'm open. My mind is open. I am willing to be convinced. I am willing to be convinced. I am right here, guys. I am right here. I'm all ears for everyone. I'm all ears. Right? Bernardo's gonna go. Okay? If Pep leaves, as of now, Rodri hasn't signed a new contract. Okay? But I am telling you, so I am telling you why I think, I'm not saying you, I need you to open your mind. I'm not saying you wouldn't challenge. I'm saying it is not as given, as clear cut as you make it be. What I mean by this, it's not as straightforward. And yeah, it's guaranteed that you challenge. I'm not saying you won't challenge. I'm saying there are logic to it. It's a debatable thing, okay? It's a debatable thing. Maresca hasn't challenged for titles before in the Premier League. With Chelsea, yes, he won the Club World Cup, but he scraped and he's a good manager, but he scraped top 4 the first season for Chelsea. And he had that massive drop-off in the middle of the season. Second season, he started okay. And remember the Lewis thing. And then, again, the results didn't go their way, okay? So what guarantees that Maresca, number one, and Maresca, when he goes to City, he doesn't have the same Kevin De Bruyne. Like, I don't know if Rodri is going to stay or not. I don't know. Bernardo's gone, which is, I believe that Bernardo is a massive reason why City were up there. You remember the Liverpool game? Because that guy, Bernardo, as much as I think he's a rat, I think the guy is a fighter on the pitch and it needs to be respected more. The guy fights. And the guy is he's a genius on the pitch in terms of movement and where to be on the pitch and stuff like this. I think he's fantastic. He's ridiculously good. And I think he's so underrated in what he did this season, right? But logically speaking, what is guaranteed that City are going to challenge next season? Like, is it because the name Manchester City? Liverpool won the league last season and didn't even challenge this season with players that they bought. Like, there are no guarantees, right? Oh, yeah, 100%. Oh, Gabriel. I think Gabriel also, the dark arts. Gabriel dives. Gabriel does a lot. Yeah, 100%. You think I'm going to say otherwise? Yeah, 100%. He dives. Yeah. Right? So, the league is going to be tougher. Yes, I think it's going to be tougher next season. Thank you so much for your contribution to the show. You haven't debunked any what I said. Maresca made magic with garbage at Chelsea. See, I like someone who's giving me an argument. I agree. This is maybe a very good argument that Maresca, right, last season with Chelsea have actually done some really, really good stuff, right? Really good stuff at Chelsea. And they scored goals and they actually have the highest expected goal and all this stuff. So I agree. If you are saying that Maresca is a coach that can lead Man City because you said, I didn't read it, man. Do you blame me? I didn't read everything in the chat. I can't read every single comment in the chat. But as of now, the analytics say that I am receiving 25 messages a minute. That means a message every 2 seconds. How can I read every single comment? How can I read every single comment, bro? Don't blame me for this. Yelmi Mo, will City players respect Maresca after Pep? Yes, I think Maresca is a respectful coach. I think Maresca has aura about him. I think Maresca has an aura about him. So I think they will respect him. I think that, like, City have a very good team, very good squad, and but no one is guaranteed. Rodri, and we see, like, without Rodri, they need someone. Imagine no Rodri, no Bernardo Silva. Like, imagine no Rodri, no Bernardo Silva. JT, by the way, the sleeper pick coach Togo for what? By the way, the sleeper pick coach Togo for is Saig from Lens. I have no idea what you're talking about. The coach from Lens, I never watched. I promise you, I haven't watched one Lens game this season. One Lens game this season. Like one. I'm actually not saying that Arsenal will walk the league next season, so I agree with you. I'm not going to say that Arsenal will walk the league next season. They aren't. There is a possibility that someone else comes in. There is a possibility that Maresca start amazing. There is a possibility that happens. No one is saying that Arsenal, I'm not going to say that Arsenal will walk the league. No. You never know. But I'm speaking logical, by the way. Anything can, but what is the most logical situation that happens next season is Arsenal. If Pep stays, I actually think that Pep is gonna sign players to actually win the. And I think that Pep are not gonna make the same mistakes as this season. But I'm not sure. I saw some of the. I have it on my touchline actually. Sorry, on my timeline. Guys, let's get to 200 likes. How many? A lot of people like the freaking solo shows. Over 200 people voted. And you all like the solo shows more than anything else. It's actually nuts. What is... Mo, do you still rate people typing in all caps? Bro, I hate it when people type in all caps. I freaking hate it. Silva can be 100% replaced. He ain't no generational midfielder. What are you waffling about? He's a good coach, but people overrate him a little bit. Like, he's a good coach, but people overrate him. Like, people think that he is a top coach. Maresca needs to prove himself as well. Like Maresca needs to prove himself. In my opinion, he needs to prove himself. In my opinion. Oh my God. See, I didn't do fucking timestamps. I forgot to do timestamps, bro. I forgot to do the timestamps. 36. Alisson. 40. Alonso. Chelsea or Liverpool. Come on. I forgot to do the timestamps. Okay, when did we discuss City? 58. Maresca to City. Nobody wants to do timestamps. It's very hard for me to type while actually talking on the show. Freaking AI won't do me timestamps. So AI fucking sucks. AI doesn't do timestamps. They fucking suck, bro. AI suck. Seriously, AI suck. Let me redirect to Mr. Don Hosam. Don Hosam. Sam. Hey, listers. Wow, Dio's back. He's gonna cook everybody. And Iraola has been ruled out of contention for Man United. Chris Wheeler. Yeah, I think it's going to be Carrick, Abdias. I think it's going to be Carrick. I'm not. Why are you watching a bum? Oh, Aditya. Ah, I haven't seen you for ages. Don Hossam. Don Hossam. Ben White injury, by the way, remember I told you that Ben White got MCL. It was very obvious for me that he's going to get MCL, and it's unfortunate. Now they hope that Timber's back because they aren't going to play the final of the Champions League with Timber, bro. If I make $50 an hour, wallahi, my life will be much easier. I'm not sure if we're gonna do more Sam today. Yes, the only Don is actually Don. Yes, let's see. I'm gonna show you the clip. It's a fantastic clip, actually. By the way, it's Liverpool are about. They want to sign what's his name, Alonso. By the way, hold on. Let me show you a clip. I wanted to show you a clip about. Where is it? I want now to discuss clips as well. So. There you go. Watch this. Now let's have some fun. Let's watch clips. Here you go. 7. Here you go. Watch this. Hit the like button.
You really think Caicedo was better than Kante?
I said he's got more to his game. Yeah.
So do you think he's better or not though?
Yeah.
Oh my days! I wanna cry.
Kante was one of the most elite ball winners. But bro, there's a lot of parts of Kante's game that people used to cook him at the time. Ops used to cook him at the time. Now we're trying to revise history. I used to watch.
Not a single up-cooked Kante. You are the biggest gaslighter on YouTube. Not one up-cooked Kante. Stop lying. No one.
Bro, you know how many times I used to hear, "Oh, Kante breaks down attacks. Oh, Kante can't pass."
He has been.
Most elite ball winners. But bro, there's a lot of parts of Kante's game that people used to cook him at the time. Ops used to cook him at the time. Now we're trying to revise history. I used to watch.
Not a single up-cooked Kante. You are the biggest gaslighter on YouTube. Not one up. Oh my. Though. Do you think he's better or not though?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway. Now let's watch real clips. I wanted to watch this clip and show you this because I wanted to discuss it with you guys. I wanted to watch this. So can we get the likes up a little? Number one.
Pep, as to concentrate on yourselves. Obviously, you need Arsenal to drop points to win the Premier League title. That's obvious. So how does the way the game ended, how does that affect the mood amongst the players?
I didn't see the players since yet. Always I give day off.
So how did it affect your mood when you saw the goal?
Crystal Palace.
They're not given.
Crystal Palace.
This guy's touched in the head like all the other managers, to be honest with you. He's so touched in the head. It's ridiculous. I am dropping frames. The stream is choppy. I don't know why the stream is choppy. Why is it lagging? Okay. What about now? What about now? Is it lagging now? Is the stream lagging? It's not lagging now. It's good now. Okay, something happened for some of the YouTube. Watch this as well. He's like, oh my God.
So how did it affect your mood when you saw the goal?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
And thinking what you have to do to always, I learned from my career as a manager that what you cannot control is forget about it, is to do better. what we have not done better this season to arrive in better position to fight from the Premier League, that we are still.
Wallahi, Pep will miss Pep, like what missed Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp used to be like, bro, great. The Emery, bro. Anyway, watch this, bro, and I want you guys to watch this video, because I think Andy Goldstein have reached a level that is absolutely nuts.
I'm going to blind rank the worst VAR decisions from this season in the Premier League. Bomba being pulled back.
I don't want him to answer anything. He can say whatever, but he didn't see the players and it didn't affect the mood. I think his answer was correct, because the question from the journalist is actually a little bit strange. The question isn't about his opinion. The question was about how does it affect the players. And I don't think you should ask Pep Guardiola this. I thought he answered it very well, because the question is actually not a good question. You don't ask him, how did it affect the players? This is not, you're like, I think this is not a good question, to be honest with you. I think direct question, do you think VAR was right or wrong? And I want to hear how he answers it. Not how does it affect players, in my opinion. His answer was good. It's not bad at all, in my opinion. His answer wasn't bad. His answer was good. Slot this season coached his style, but it didn't work. Yeah, he tried to coach his style. It's just man management is shit. Man management is shit, AMT, and I think that is a big problem in football now, man management. I think it is funny, but him saying Crystal Palace at the end is kind of crazy. But let's hear this.
For Brentford, I mean, that's quite bad. Quite bad. I can't go 1 because I think I know what's coming, so I'll go 2. The Fulham goal wrongly disallowed against Chelsea. It was a bad one. 3 for that. Cheshko handball against Liverpool. Not given. Not given because it wasn't a handball. Did it brush his hand? Did it not? No one will put their life on. Oh, the trajectory of the ball. No. It should have been given. So it shouldn't even be in this list. So 6, but then lower it to 5. Gusto high boot against Brighton.
Yeah, I know you get a copyright strike, but I didn't show a Premier League video on it. I didn't.
I mean, I've only got 2 places left, either 1 or 4. And I know it's coming. So it has to be 4. It has to just slot in between 3 and 5. Is that where 4 goes? Yeah, in there. The biggest decision, the most controversial decision using VAR has to be David Raya when someone brushed against his throat. Oh, it must be a foul. Yeah? Okay, is it for... Why don't you look at Declan Rice, who's got 2 people? He's like, WWE.
He's so riled up. He's so angry. It's unbelievable. He's so angry, bro. He's so angry.
He moved on both of them. Oh, yeah, but that was the real foul. No, there was too many fouls in there. So if you're going to give one, you got... I'm not saying it shouldn't have been... It should have been given, but lots was... But anyway, because it could have sent West Ham down and it could have stopped Man City winning the Prem without...
They should have given it. You know what he just said? He said because this might send West Ham down and this might actually prevent Man City from winning the game, they should have been given... Even though I think it's a foul, even though I think David Raya was foul, I think they should have given the goal. That's what he just said. Bro, like people are great. Rage baiting Arsenal fans is so fun, not gonna lie. But can I tell you something? Why nobody rage bait City fan? Why nobody rage bait City fan? What about the amount? By the way, you know what I said, German Chicken Wing? I told this to Hussam yesterday. I said this on MHF yesterday. We haven't seen the other side of other fans. We haven't seen City fans. We have seen Liverpool fans annoyed. We have seen Liverpool fans cuss referees, cuss everything. We have seen Arsenal fans do it. You know why we haven't seen City? But you know why we haven't seen City? Because most of the time, since actually YouTube and social media and everything became more famous, since 2016, right? Since 17 as well. And after COVID, City have been winning most of the time. City have won a treble. City have won a 4-peat. So we haven't seen City fans. By the way, the last 48 hours, is the first time. And by the way, last season, City fans weren't as angry, right? Weren't as angry. Why? Because last season you were third, you had this wobble, 12 games, and it was Liverpool winning the league. So like, who cares? And I said this to Osama today. Liverpool, when they won the league, City fans didn't care. They didn't care. Who cares? We won against them in multiple title races. Pep Guardiola used to school Jurgen Klopp. That's what City fans used to say. He won 5 league titles against Jurgen Klopp, and Jurgen Klopp won once, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? Or 6 league titles. City, like they said, Pep Guardiola won 6 league titles and Jurgen Klopp won 1. So who cares if Liverpool won the league title? But yet, over the last 48 hours, we have seen Man City fans, the main accounts, do the exact same things the Arsenal fans have been accused of for 4 years. And Liverpool fans have been accused of years before with Rodri's handball, with McAllister. We have seen the big accounts of Man City cry about referees day and night, day and night. Bro, I've had someone, I'm not going to out his name, one of the viewers, I swear to God, I don't want to out the guy, right? But I'm going to tell you, I've had someone, right? I've had someone DM me until this morning, since the Arsenal game, about the call and City. I have never seen such crying from someone. Bro, 48, it's Tuesday, bro. The Arsenal game was played Sunday. Right? No, it's not. It's crying. No. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not. Don't do this. Don't do this, my man. It's not rage baiting. No, they aren't rage baiting. They are crying about referees. People cry. You know what? I'm going to call her Kilkster. The tweet that she puts in, and I showed it in the beginning, that is crying about some people going for Arsenal, right? But when Igal does it, Igal is the bad guy. When Igal has complained about referees, you're a cry baby. Why do you cry about a referee? Cry more. Stop complaining. Play the game. But now, it's not rage baiting. Rage baiting is rage baiting. Now, don't do this. I will ban you, by the way. I'm not going after this. I will ban you, by the way. You know that, right? You know I'll ban the shit out of you. I'm serious. I will ban the shit out of you, huh? Like, don't do this. This is low from you, and you're gonna get time out. No. By the way, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the big accounts of City that are followed by thousands and thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people on Twitter. You know who I'm talking about. And it's multiple accounts. They are crying about referees day and night. Day and night. They are crying about referees. And I'm going to tell you, everyone, I'm not talking about, but by the way, there are some Arsenal fans that didn't cry about referees. Right? City fans now, because they aren't winning, they act exactly like the Arsenal fans that they used to complain about. Exact same ones. Exact same ones. They do the exact same things. Tweets. They're accusing everyone that is in favor of Arsenal is accused of dick riding, is accused of being a cocksucker, is accused of being a sellout. Everyone, right? Arsenal fans used to do the same. And City fans used to tell them that they're crybabies. Everyone that didn't say that the goal should have been given have been accused of being a sellout, of being a fraud, right? Each and every one that didn't. Just because I don't agree, I'm a sellout. Just because I say a different opinion, I'm a fraud, I'm a cocksucker. I decried Arsenal. And I wanted to go back last year and the season before. I wanted to go back to when City played Arsenal and Declan Rice was fouled by Kovacic. and Kovacic wasn't given a red card, right? Every Arsenal fans did the exact same thing. Everyone that agreed with City is what you hate Arsenal, you have an agenda, blah, 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 right? Everyone. And Arsenal fans used to cry in the media about it, and people used to say to them, cry more, right? And City, I remember City fans used to go laugh. You cry about this, why are you crying about the referees? Why don't you win on the pitch? Why aren't you winning on the pitch? And Arsenal fans used to be accused of crime. Doku, well, I remember, bro, because I did shows. Osam had a rant about referees when Doku did this to McAllister. And Osam super chats, going to his channel to tell him cry more. Why didn't you win on the pitch? Why are you crying about referees? Why didn't you score goals? Why didn't you do this? Rodri's handball, cry more. But now, we are seeing the other side. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the difference. McAllister, it was a penalty. Rodri, it was a handball. Kovacic should have been sent off. So all of them, they are the wrong calls. But Raya got fouled and it's the right call. Did you see the difference, what I said? And I'm not saying that City haven't gone, like, listen, Foden was supposed to be a penalty against Newcastle, and I said that. Foden was supposed to be a penalty against Newcastle when he got done, right? I think it's a penalty. There are other calls as well that went City's way, and there are other calls that went against City. But I'm talking about in general, what is happening in the media now. Everyone is crying about the referees. Everyone. And I mean, the majority of the people are crying about the referees. But no one is saying, cry more. No one is telling City, why didn't you win against Everton? No one is telling City, why didn't you win against Forest and West Ham? No one is saying that. No one is saying this. Which tells me it doesn't go both ways. It's not. No one is telling them to cry more like they used to tell Liverpool fans. Cry more. Cry more, Liverpool fans. Cry more. Why didn't you win? Why did Nunes miss chances? Why did Diaz miss chances? Why are you crying, Liverpool fans? Why? Why are you crying? No one is saying that to City fans. Everyone is siding with City fans. I hope that you get my point. We want consistency in coverage. We want consistency in coverage for Liverpool, for Man United, for Arsenal, for Chelsea. Why did you switch? Why did you switch? Stay on topic. The league is not done. No one said that the league is done. No one said that. And people that say we only talk about Arsenal, I started by saying Liverpool. Because, by the way, Liverpool were the originals. Because, by the way, when I first started doing YouTube, guess what? Arsenal were battling for top 4. Arsenal battled top 4 anyway. So there wasn't cry more. You know who got the cry more? Liverpool. Liverpool fans, cry more, cry more, cry more, cry more. 21-22. Cry more. Because Liverpool were the original cry more. It was Liverpool. It was Sam, Craig, Tom, Ram, Roms. It was Liverpool. It was Liverpool cry more. But now, why don't they cry more? Why I don't see fucking cry more? Why? Why is different? Why there is no cry more, cry more, cry more? Do you know who gets cry more as well? Man United fans. You know, every time Man United fans complain about referees, they are told cry more. You know what they're told? You benefited from the referees so much under Alex Ferguson, you don't get to try. You don't get to cry. Cry more. Chelsea fans get told to cry more. Chelsea fans get told to cry more. Man United fans get told to cry more. Man United fans, every time they complained about a referee, they were told to cry more. When Bruno got elbowed in the face, the last game, and it's a clear red card, they were told to cry more. Man United fans, cry more. Why do you complain about referees? Man United. They were told, why do you complain about referees? And the problem is with this, is that I tried. But the minute one, I went to the football terrace. Terry asked me, what is your thought in the game? I said the scumbag should have been sent off. How are the referees allowing this? The first minute on the football terrace, I was asked, you can check the video. My first speech, I spoke about the performance. And then before I ended, I said one more thing. Why is no one talking about the guy that should be sent off? Why there is not enough talk about the guy that elbowed Bruno Fernandes? And I don't like even Bruno Fernandes. What I don't understand is that people are talking, and by the way, the call against Raya is the right call. They got to the right one at the end. They got to the right one at the end. They got to the right call at the end. It's not cry more about something that is wrong. And I'm telling you, and the people that don't, everyone, I'm gonna show you the clip now of James Alcott. But let me do this, some of the super chats. I appreciate the support, people. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. We are 230 likes. We can get to 300 likes because we can get to 300 votes. Character shows itself in defeat, not in victory. I said that. By the way, don't tell people to cry more when you are winning. I want to see you not crying when you are losing, when things are not going your way. Don't tell people, be a good sport because you're winning. Be a good sport when you're winning. No, I want to see you when things are not going your way. Are you going to cry? Or are you going to... You know what? Hamza all season was telling us, we don't cry about referees. We don't cry about referees. We don't cry about... First one that cries about referees. Hamza. Man City fans don't cry about referees. The first one to cry about referees, Hamza. First one. First one to cry about referees, Hamza. The only thing cringier than rage bait is hiding behind rage bait. No, I'm going to tell you, it's hiding behind rage bait because you don't have enough chest to stand on business with your opinion. I'm going to tell you what is worse behind cringier than rage bait, in my opinion, is moral high ground. Don't act like the high almighty guy or person when things are going. Don't act like, oh my God, I am a good person. I am giving people $10 when I have $1 million in the bank. No, I want to see you give $10 when you have 50. When you have 30, I want to see you give 10 when you have 50. When you have 20 in your pocket, I want to see you split the 10. So don't act, cry more, and we don't complain about referees when things are going your way. I want to see you not complain about referees when things aren't going your way. See the difference? I want to see you when things are against you. I want to see the moral high ground thing. When things aren't going your way, we don't care about referees. I want to see it then. I want to see you give that $10 when you have only 20. Now you have $1 million. Because it's easy to give $10 when you have $1 million. Right? It's so easy. It's not easy when you don't have enough money. That's the real support. That's the real donation. That's the real sadaqah. This is it. I know all of it is good. I know. Good. It's good. 10 is good. $10 if you have $1 million or you have 20 is good. But don't tell me I don't complain about referees when things are going your way. Don't tell me this. When you are winning, because you're winning, why would you complain? You have no reason to complain. You have no reason to complain about referees. I'm going to tell you something. If I show you 5 seconds, I don't need to show you. I want you to go to Monday Night Football. Jamie Carragher literally said that the first foul that happened, is Souček wrestling Havertz to the ground. So Jamie Carragher and German Defoe literally said, if you want to call all the other fouls, and this is the last time I'm going to talk about it, if you want to call all the other fouls, the first foul that happened is Souček wrestling Kai Havertz. But no one wants to talk about it. City, Arsenal have no penalty. Arsenal have no penalties and red cards against. Only one mentioned. Did City have no penalties against them and no red cards against them at all? Oh, I need to fact check this because since yet again another media thing. Since yesterday, hold on. Discipline. What is discipline? How is Arsenal have 6? Oh, no, that's last season. Last season, Arsenal have the most red cards in the league, by the way. But no one talks about it. Red cards. But to be honest with you, I can't. It's only Liverpool have one. City and Arsenal have no red cards against them and no penalties. But no one. But I've seen yesterday multiple. You know what? You know how? I'm going to tell you something. Do you know how manipulative that is? You guys know how manipulative that is, right? Since yesterday, I have seen. I think. Since yesterday, I have seen multiple posts about, by the way, Arsenal don't have red cards and penalties against them. Arsenal have gone all season without red cards and penalties against them. And in my head, because this is how the media manipulates you, in my head, I thought the Arsenal are the only teams that don't have red cards against them. Apparently, they aren't. Apparently, City have no red cards against them as well. It's which one? Because I didn't go and check it. Right? You probably have a penalty against you, but you have no red cards against you. Because I didn't go and check it. Right? Chelsea have fucking 7 red cards. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself, bro. Bro. 7 red cards is crazy. It's crazy. You know how much Hamza cried? He showed a 2009 photo of Kavanagh admiring Arsenal. I'm telling you, Hamza played the moral high ground when he was winning. I'm telling you this. Let's hear James Alcott. But can we get the likes up a little bit? I want to thank you so much for the support. Let's get the likes up.
I don't understand this.
Oh, this is gonna get me copyrighted because of the music. Actually, I need to download it first, load it to Twitter, to YouTube, to see if it's gonna copyright or not. Download Twitter video. I need to download it, upload it to YouTube to see if it's gonna copyright me or not. Okay.
I don't understand this. There was a general idea that there's a foul on David.
Okay, I'm gonna upload it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, bro. I know for a fact this is happening. Create, upload, select a file. Here you go. I don't know what is this. Okay. Let me check there. It's chicken. It's chicken. 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 It's checking it. So before I play it, I need to check it for copyrights. Is it raining outside? I will ask you. And go for outside and check it. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro wants a red for anything. By the way, that Martinelli thing, Martinelli had no idea that Conor Bradley had a. It's a bad move, but he has no idea that he has a. You guys think that even the nastiest player would know that someone had an ACL and they would carry them outside? Are you mad, guys? Can we have some comprehension? Like, it doesn't matter how nasty you think Martinelli is, but without like it doesn't matter. Like, listen, I want you to get the nastiest players in the history of the sport, in my opinion, are Luis Suarez, maybe Materazzi. I refuse to believe that Materazzi or Luis Suarez would know that a player have ACL and they would push him outside the pitch. Are you guys mad? Can we have some comprehension? Can we have like some, like, I don't know Martinelli, but I'm going to go with your narrative and I'm going to say Martinelli is a nasty guy. He's one of the nastiest people on earth, just a nasty person on earth. VAR. So how would VAR assume that he has a, VAR what, bro? Are you like a 12 years old? Are you like a 12 years old, bro? Like, come on, what are we doing here, broski? What are we doing? Like, bro, there are others as well. Okay, let's listen to this.
When the pull happened, right, he wasn't going to get the ball no matter what.
Yeah, exactly that.
Is he an idiot? What? Bro, listen to this. Listen to people justifying it for themselves. Watch this. Watch this.
When the pull happened, right, he wasn't going to get the ball no matter what.
Yeah, exactly that.
It had gone past him.
Yeah.
So
yes, when the pull happened, it wasn't going to get past. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe is he talking about something else? Is he talking?
When the pull happened, the ball had gone past.
Yeah, well, he's pulled them, and then he's gone like, and he's got himself. But then he knows he's going to flop it, and that's when he throws himself.
And throws himself on the floor.
La, wallahi, people have lost all comprehension. Is old age affecting his vision or something? Why is this, bro? What? Bro, I want to hear what he said again. And you know that this is the first time I hear this with you guys. Wallahi, when I tell you that people lost comprehension, okay, let me show you again. The pull, he said that the pull happened before he was actually going to flop the ball. Look at that's the pull. The pull happened. He said that the arm pull happened before he even gets the ball. Are they crazy? Okay, I want to listen to this again.
When the pull happened, right, he wasn't going to get the ball no matter what.
Yeah, exactly that.
It had gone past him.
Yeah.
So when the pull happened, the ball had gone past.
Yeah, well,
La wallahi. They're turning into knobheads. They're turning into crazy people. They're turning into absolute idiots. They are turning into, like, this is, even if you're a rival, okay, guys, Chelsea fans and Liverpool fans. No, but come on. You know that he had control of the ball, man. You know that he had. I watched the clip. I'm not going to risk copyrights again. I watched the whole thing. David Raya had control of the ball, bro. The pull happened before. Bro, are you mad?
Past him.
Yeah.
So when the pull happened, the ball had gone past.
Yeah, well, he's pulled them, and then he's gone like, and he's got himself. But then he knows he's going to flop it, and that's when he throws himself.
And throws himself on the floor.
Yeah.
And so you have to throw yourself on the floor to get a judgment now, don't you? Like I mean, so you can't.
No, I think it's incredible. I think what we'll probably.
He needs to go to the doctors. Bro, he needs to see an eye specialist. And my problem is the other guy agreeing with him. That my problem, see, my problem is the other guy agreeing with him.
Because he's pulled them, and then he's gone like, and he's got himself. But then he knows he's going to flop it, and that's when he throws himself.
And throws himself on the floor.
Yeah.
And so you have to throw yourself on the floor to get a judgment now, don't you? Like I mean, so you can't.
No, I think it's incredible. I think what we're probably more annoyed at is the inconsistency of them now. I think that's it. Yesterday,
you know what the problem. You know what my problem with this clip is they made a conclusion that they are all correct. Like when they are sitting together and they all made a conclusion that we're correct. Yeah, he flopped, and then they are moving past that. You know my problem with delusional people is that when you are, you know what 2 + 2 = 5. But you know what? We need to actually study math differently and stuff like this. But my problem is everyone on this, whoever is sitting on this fucking table, are moving past it as they are speaking facts. As what is going on is just fact. Yeah. The pull happened after the ball gone past him, and I'm like, what? Are you blind? You know what? It's getting to a point.
It was a big moment, and I said on here, I think if it was Arsenal and it was the other way around, West Ham were 1-0 up, and Arsenal scored that, and that was it was given. It would have been given.
Okay, great. Okay. I want someone. There is no clip and there is no video that is exact same situation. He did flop. He did, but because his arm was pulled and he couldn't catch the ball. Because his arm, I'm gonna tell you from now, German Chicken Wing, if the shirt is not being pulled and the arm is not being held, David Raya is catching this ball. Any goalkeeper would be catching this ball. The arm was pulled and the shirt was pulled. What are we doing? What is happening? Is the clip, has it gone? Is there a copyright? No restrictions. Oh my word. Okay, the James Alcott one. No issues was found. Oh boy. Okay. Checks are gone. No copyrights. We can play the clip. The Alcott one. Okay. Come on, Yani. Yani, it's very simple that he was going to get the ball, German Chicken Wing. Like, the picture says everything. Like, he was going to get the ball. You know what? I will be with you if you argue all the other fouls and we can debate this all long. David Raya has full control of the ball if the arm is not being pulled down and the shirt is not being pulled. Like, he has full control of the ball. Like, just come on now. We aren't going to be delusional to that point. People don't realize Henry had a nasty side too. Thierry Henry had a nasty side, but he ain't a nasty guy. He ain't a nasty player like Materazzi or Diego Costa or Luis Suarez or these guys. He ain't. VAR decision, no penalty. He wouldn't have scored anyway. He wouldn't score anyway. Yeah, I think that's just supposed to be. He wouldn't, no penalty because the guy misses penalties anyway. These people are sheep, bleating the exact same way. 100% they're sheep. I agree with you 100%. There's a lot of people now, they are sheep and they just follow what is going on around them. 100%. Most sensible football channels, always logical. No, I'm an Arsenal glazer. That's not true. I'm an Arsenal glazer. You don't know. I dick ride Arsenal. That's what I do all day, bro. I dick ride Arsenal. That's what I do all day. The worst champion yet. Everyone is mad. What the fuck, bro? I don't know why is Arsenal winning the league. Can I ask you guys for real? What is Arsenal winning the league gonna do to the City? The legacy of Pep Guardiola isn't gonna be affected. Like, Arsenal won league title in 22 years. They still can banter. You still can banter. You know I don't watch Terry's content as much, right? I'm only on straight facts. I actually don't have time. Liverpool glazer, glaze Arsenal, glaze. Well, by the way, I glazed Man United about Kobe Mainoo many times, and I was called a Man United glazer many times. You fraud! Get out of my chat. Go do something better with your life. Let's watch this.
There was a general idea that there's a foul on David Raya, yet there's a foul on so many players in that box. There's a foul on Havertz. There's initially probably a slight foul on Declan Rice, who then fouls Mavropanos.
Okay.
There's Gabriel is getting nudged maybe by someone, but he's also holding Pablo's.
I think I'm gonna get copyrighted for this or something.
Shirt and pulling it down. And if you go back to not the section that was kind of looked at again and again and again on VAR, the same replay, same replay, same replay. But what was the moment prior to that when there is the coming together of those two players? If you go back to the original moments of it, Todibo is kind of connecting with Ray a little bit, but then backs away because Odegaard is, I think, pretty much holding him. Which again, look, all these things happen in every single corner, set piece, set up, every single time. So this is not an Arsenal thing. And then the coming together of Raya and Pablo.
Number one, I want to just show you guys something. This is the thing that I'm against. This is the only thing. Gary Neville explained this. He said, you know, if Pablo went to the goalkeeper for like a moment and came back, and Gary Neville explained it on the Gary Neville podcast after the game. He said, I would understand if they don't give it as a foul. But the facts that all of this time, like watch this, all of this.
Piece set up every single time. So this is not an Arsenal thing. And then the coming together of Raya
Watch.
and...
You see, it's a second, 2 seconds, and Pablo still has his arm around where Raya is catching the ball. And I think that is one of the main problems that no one is talking about.
And Pablo, chronologically, Trossard is literally not looking at the ball and holding.
Yeah, it happens. Yes, I agree with him. But also, Havertz, okay. So at the same time, if you watch this, and I'm going to take it up, Havertz also, at the same time, Havertz is being fouled, same time as Trossard is holding. So yes, there are fouls everywhere. But when he does it, and I think I want to go with the video because what he's not going to say is why the Raya foul?
Holding the striker. And then when there is that coming together of the two, that split-second moment of him, it's not
a split second now.
Premeditated, where is he? It's my arms around what...
Actually, Pablo looks at the goalkeeper and puts his arm out. I want you to see this again, right? Pablo looks at the goalkeeper, and number one, Todibo, at this time, Todibo has Raya's shirt.
It's not a premeditated, where is he? It's a...
Look at Susic and Havertz. Look at Susic and Havertz in the back.
My arms around, what am I feeling?
Look at this. Number one, Todibo fouls Raya by putting the shirt. Trossard fouls the West Ham guy. Suches foul Havertz. Okay, we agree here.
This is the problem I've got. Roy Keane, Ian Wright, Jamie Redknapp, it's not about having a go at them. This was their opinion. They've gone, when it's the goal, there's fouls everywhere, I get that. But when it's on the goalkeeper, it's different.
I'm going to stop him here. That's not what is being said. Do you know why this particular foul, the goalkeeper foul, is the most important one? Because the ball went to the goalkeeper. It landed in his hand. Because, you know, if I'm going to give you an example. You know, if the West Ham goalkeeper hits the ball before Raya, they might not have called it. They might have said it's a goal. But you know why the most important foul is the Raya and Pablo? Because the contention for the ball happens between David Raya, who has control of the ball, and Pablo. I'm telling you now, we can all play the if games. But if the West Ham goalkeeper here gets the ball before Raya even touches the ball, they would have said that it's a coming together. But the problem is Raya has control of the ball. And based on the law, and I'm going to tell you now the law, and the law is clear here. The law is clear. And by the way, and this is the first time I say this on the channel, and I want everyone to hear me here. The law is vague in terms of contact in the box between goalkeepers and players and player on player and holding. It's vague. It's to the referee's discretion. But do you know where the law is not vague? I'm coming to you. I'm coming to this. I am coming to this. In the 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I'm coming to the. I got you. And go read the law. Ask a referee. Do you remember 2-3 years ago? I think there's a goalkeeper. I think Vicario or someone had one hand on the ball and someone kicked it. Exactly. Do you know? Control is 2 hands on the ball. What is this then? Is this 1 hand on the ball or 2 hands on the ball touching the ball? So tell me, you knew exactly where I'm going. You knew exactly where I'm going. The Raya foul is different than all the contacts that happen in the 18 because it moves into a different category. All the tussle and people fighting each other in the 18, that's one part of the law about corners and contacts, right? But once the goalkeeper has 2 hands on the ball, the referees consider this control of the ball. That's why if a goalkeeper has 2 hands on the ball on the ground like this, they say that's total control of the ball. You can't kick it from his hands. You can't kick it. That's why everyone that is saying that there are other fouls, yeah, but this particular one goes to a different category of the law. It's because this is similar to if the goalkeeper controls the, can you grab the, if the goalkeeper has the ball in his hand, can you grab his arm? Can you grab the goalkeeper's arm? Let's imagine if this is not a corner and the goalkeeper has control of the ball, can you grab his arm? Can you pull his shirt? No, you can't. Why? Because now he has 2 hands on the ball. That goes away from being a corner and a tussle in a corner to the goalkeeper has control of the ball. You get the point? And by the way, the law is there. You can go and read it. You can go and read it. Let's hear the rest of this video. Because now people are ignorant about the law.
Why is it different for the goalkeeper?
It's not different. It's not different. But this is not the same.
The goalkeeper is allowed.
And I like James Alcott. I think this interpretation isn't coming from hate. This is not coming from an agenda. I think it's coming from being ignorant. Not knowing. Because I asked about this. They say 2 hands on the ball is considered control.
Allowed to use their hands. I don't get it.
You don't get it because I can explain it to you again. You see? And by the way, it is a foul because he literally has 2 arms on the ball and someone is grabbing his arm. It's as simple as that. Why do people have to move?
I don't know.
See, I disagree with this. See, I'm not going to do this. I don't think that everyone that says it's not a foul is disingenuous. I'm not going to play. I know some people are blind and I know some people have agendas. I am telling you, I listened to this guy multiple times. I don't think he has an agenda. I think he's just ignorant. It's not complete control, but having 2 hands. By the way, if you put 2 hands on the ball on the ground, that is not total control. But in the law, it's total control.
And this nonsense is going to carry on.
And it's called control.
And there are seismic things that occur from this. West Ham going down.
Why no one is talking about Spurs penalty yesterday? West Ham could have gone down because Spurs.
You know, staff losing their jobs. Very possibly. Look at Leicester, what's just occurred with them.
And there is no, okay, I mentioned this yesterday. Why there was no over-analyzing of Kevin Schade? Okay, this is when I know that people are disingenuous. It was 1-0 City. Why there was no over-analyzing of Matthias Nunes clipping Kevin Schade's back foot and Kevin Schade, and by the way, it would have been a penalty and a red card, as they called it for Man United before, because it's not a clear play for the ball. Why there was no over-analyzing of that particular one? Why? And I'm going to just mention why there was no over-analyzing and outrage in the media about Kevin Schade being fouled. And listen, I said it wasn't a foul, right? I said in the beginning it wasn't a foul, and then I watched the clip of Kevin Schade, and I think it's a foul. Why there's no one talking? Why James Alcott isn't doing a video about it? Why our podcasts aren't talking about it? And by the way, Man City don't have a right back. If Matthias Nunes gets sent off, they have no right back until the end of the season. And I'm telling you, because it doesn't suit the rage bait agenda. It doesn't suit the agenda. Why aren't Talk Sport making videos about? I woke up today and all the talking port, and I agree with you. My problem is I can show you Talk Sport. I can show you Sky Sports. Xabi Alonso is being linked to Chelsea, and there are more videos still today. No, Habibi, the second one, he clipped the fucking... Okay, we're not gonna... Listen, bro. You're not gonna come here. Listen, you know me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. The second one, I showed you, he clipped his back foot. It's unintentionally, yes, but he clipped his back foot. The second one, and he didn't, none of them touched the ball. The second one, yes, the first one. And by the way, I didn't see that angle when I did my match reaction, and I said both are not penalties, and Matthias Nunes didn't commit offense. And the second one, after I watched the angle, I corrected myself, and I said it was supposed to be a penalty and a red card based on the law. But they didn't call it. And my problem is I don't see any outrage. Go and watch it again, please. And people that tagged me and said he clipped himself because Matthias Nunes clipped his back foot. Everyone that plays football knows this. When you're running and the back foot is being clipped, now it goes to foot to ankle. Are we mad? My point about it is that there is no outrage. There is no outrage.
You don't know what's going to happen from this. Obviously, people would disagree on the other side.
And the dramatic music, I get it. It's not from hate, but come on.
And there'll be Arsenal fans that are like, I'm sure you can pick apart my opinion. Fine. But like, I have to give my opinion.
But your opinion is wrong because you don't know the law. My point about it, okay, I'm going to give you the honest opinion, chicken wing, okay? I'm going to give you the honest opinion. And I know Arsenal fans will hate me for this, right? I actually understand why they didn't give it on the pitch. And I understand why VAR missed it. I understand completely why VAR missed it. Because I myself missed it. I did my match reaction and I said it's not a penalty and it's not a red card. Nunes didn't touch him. I said that it's the right call. So I understand why they missed it. Halas, people moving on, right? My point is, there was no, it's a very effective decision that there was no outrage. No one cried about it. There was no videos about, and by the way, it was 1-0. No one cried about City playing with 10 men. Like, I didn't see articles. Bro, the Athletic wrote an article about the incident. About the David Raya incident. There is an article. The Athletic wrote a fucking article. So my point about it, I understand why they missed the Kevin Schade record. I understand it. And I'm with them. Nobody's perfect. But my point is the outrage. My point is the agenda. What James Alcott didn't do a video about it. Nobody's spoken about it on Sky Sports. Do you guys get the point here? No, but to be honest with you, I asked about it. And they said, and it goes 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I can't remember. It was Onana or somebody. It was Onana actually, Kevin. You remember when Onana had one hand on the ball and they said he's not in full control of the ball. And then there's another incident when someone has two hands on the ball and they said he's in full control or something like this. Even though you know that if the ball is on the ground and you put your hand on it, you're not in full control. But they said you cannot kick the ball or touch the goalkeeper then. Let's hear the rest of this video.
Opinion, and I have to have conviction in it. And for me, I think that's a really bad decision. And I think goalkeepers, if they are being clearly...
So I want to understand, a goalkeeper has two hands about to catch the ball, someone grabs your arm. Yeah, that is a bad call. Bad call.
There's a clear intention that they are being fouled.
How more intention does he want if someone is grabbing someone's arm? Like, how more intention do you need? Like, what more intention do you need?
Just like that, someone's clearly trying to do a handball.
How more intention do you need? Like, well, what more intention do we need than this? Like, what more do we need? More intention than this? Yeah, but no. I showed you the Bayender one. Kevin, let's be honest, Kevin. This is the Bayender one. And I agree, and I said it should be a foul. But if Bayender is catching the ball and Saliba has it, Kevin, there's difference between if Bayender has the ball and someone is grabbing his arm while he's having the ball, that's different. That's different, Kevin. And I agree, all of these should be a foul. But this is a different, like, okay. I think JT explained it in the beginning for a super chat. He said, the speed limit is 50. The speed limit is 50. Everyone, and the guy that went to 70 miles per hour got a ticket. And they are complaining that everyone that got to 60 didn't get a ticket. So they allowed everybody to drive up to 60, right? They got to 60, but they are complaining about this. This is a completely different threshold, Kevin. I know you're smart and you understand exactly what I'm talking about.
Then okay. And I feel like over the season, they've been a bit more sort of...
By the way, okay, you see this? You see this? You see this? All of these should be fouls. I agree with you guys. But this happens for and against Arsenal, and they have been given all of these as a go. No fouls. I think I showed this on my yesterday's video about this. Like, I'm going to stuck here and show you, okay? I'm going to show you something. You see this? They have been actually consistent about these situations. And I'm going to show you what I mean by this. I agree there should be a foul. But this is different than the goalkeeper. It's different. I'm going to show you now. Let me show you what I mean. You see here, they have allowed this to go as well for both. That's the same game, by the way. Same exact game, right? It's the same exact game. So see, this is the first one that people show. And that now it's the same game. That's the same game. So they are consistent here. But no one is catching the goalkeeper's arm when he's handling the ball. You see, guys, where people are disingenuous about showing one side of the story? That's what I mean by being disingenuous. And James Alcott need to show the same. But have you watched the other one? Are you being disingenuous now? What about the hug for Ryan? What about the hug for Eucharist? So you see, they have been consistent about all of these. Let's hear.
Let's say lenient, then just going, here we go, we can give a foul here, so let's give a foul here. Because David Raya is an unbelievable goalkeeper who's amazing at coming for crosses. And it's not severe.
Wallah, is he saying it's not severe? Are we reaching a level where he's saying it's not severe now? Not severe. Not severe.
His legs fall beneath him. It's not like he's risen. And
really? You have your arms and you're talking about that he doesn't have control of the ball. Are you mad?
And it's not
Are
severe.
they crazy?
His legs
It's not severe.
fall beneath him. It's not like he's risen.
The guy has his arms. The guy, he must be not real. Like, Like, wallahi, it must be not real. This is not real.
Someone's dragging him down. He's allowed to use his hand.
This is not real, wallahi. This is not real world now. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Let me do the super chat so we can get out of here. 2 hours, 10 minutes. The worst champions yet, and everyone is mad we did this one. Does they think the music makes his point legit? Is moron? Okay. The music makes his point legit, probably. Maybe. Officials' criteria: direct, impactful, sustained offense. It's a sustainable hold. It's directly where the ball is at, and it's impacting the ability to play the ball. No matter how much you're going to explain it to people, people really, they don't want to be convinced. This is why I said something. If Arsenal are to win the league, I really hope that they win the league because City don't win against Bournemouth, not because of this. Because I know the narrative that is going to run all summer. The Arsenal won the league with this. I really hope that if Arsenal are to win the league, City fumble against Crystal Palace or Bournemouth. And if City win, maybe Arsenal will lose a game or two. But in my opinion, I don't want the league to go down as the Rodri League with the handball or the McAllister League. I won the league. If Arsenal are to win the league, I hope that we don't mention this all summer. Because people are going to mention this and they're never going to mention the other offenses. I know that for a fact from now. I know that Arsenal fans in the chat, you guys don't care. But I care. Because I don't want the conversation to be about this goal all summer. Me, I don't want it. I want it to be about the football, to analyze. I know you don't care. I care. Because I want the conversation to be honest. I care. Where, by the way, Jamal, someone send me the audio. Where is the freaking audio? Let's hear the audio. Release the tapes. Release the tapes. Release the tapes. Someone DM me. I need the audio. Where is the audio? Zavar audio. Where is the VAR audio? Wallah, I didn't want to break Liverpool's fans' hearts because of the... Plus, Raya is the best catcher of the ball from corners in the APL. Raya is one of the best in the crosses. So, yeah. David Luiz was a red carded for that. He was red carded for this. It's the same. Did someone DM me or something? What is the audio? Pep Guardiola's gone. It's Pep Guardiola gone. Is Pep Guardiola gone? Is that something real? Is that real? What? Is Pep Guardiola news past hour? What? No, there is no news about it. There is not a credible source. He ain't a credible source. It's Terry. The VAR audio is on YouTube. Where? Where on YouTube? Delete forever. London forever. That's a delete forever. I don't know what is London forever. Someone is lying. Someone is lying. VAR audio. "22 minutes. I need to actually. I need to do a video, but oh, we can't play the thing. I can't do it. Hand of Arsenal. Someone said from the hand of Arsenal. Okay. No, I don't. Anyway, listen. I'm done. We're over here. I want to thank everyone. We're going back to Arsenal again. 1 hour 30. I'm done here. Hit that like button before you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate everyone that supported the channel. Appreciate everyone that sent a super chat. Appreciate everyone that is involved in the comment. Thank you so much. We'll try to actually we'll try to do more of this. I will see you guys tomorrow. This will take you to A-listers now. It's cooking time on A-lister. I'll see you guys then. We're out of here, people.